Well, when you miss 2 deer in one night, the only logical thing to do is make sure your gun's on. I'm sure I'm the problem, but I want to make sure. Because before we left, I was shooting pretty dang good at 100 yards, so I couldn't imagine an extra 30 yards would make that much of a difference. But I don't shoot guns, so I'm not quite sure. We're definitely right and low. Which means I probably shot under those deer yesterday. Alright, well, we moved everything 1.5 inches. 3 wet patches, 3 dry patches, a primer. Now we're gonna shoot it and see where it moved. We gotta do it quick because I've only got 2, 4, 7 bullets left that aren't in my pack. I've got 4 in speed loads, so hopefully this brings her in. All ready to go. Beautiful. So that was my initial at 100. Brought it up, and then that's that. One of my ones at 75, 50. My other shot at 75. So these are my last ones right here. That, I don't even know what happened, but we brought it up and brought it over. So these are the main ones. That's at 75, so I know to aim a little low, but like I said, if I miss now, it's my fault. It's not the gun, but being, I don't know, 2.5 inches low right at 100 would probably be about 7 or 8 inches low, and who knows how far right at 130. So it makes sense why we missed those deer last night. But we're gonna keep it 100 in now, and like I said, I don't think there's an excuse to miss. Well, we're driving around, and I think this is the best I've found. I've got 2 alfalfa or wheat fields. I don't know which one, but it's green. And then I got out and just walked one just to confirm it's what I was seeing. And there were already tracks all over the edge. But I also found a cut cornfield with some standing, and it looks like it continues past the view of the road. So maybe not necessarily tonight, but once this big snowstorm hits on Sunday, either that standing corn or this wheat or alfalfa, whatever the green is, might be unbelievable. 2 o'clock, so it leaves us about 2 hours, 2.5 hours before they start really moving. So we're just gonna slip around real slow, just bringing the GoPro and the gun. I'm probably not gonna even bring a pack. We're gonna get after it, see what we can find. And away we go. We're gonna go look at the bottom side of this wheat field. See if there's any tracks. Looking for big old Mac Daddy tracks. So about 5-6 inches long tracks. Giant, biggest. We're trying to kill a state record essentially. That's what we're doing here. So I know I missed last night, but I did that on purpose. So tonight we're actually gonna kill something. And it's gonna be big. There's a heavy trail that goes up to this field. And right before you get to the field, there's 2 rubs. So it's looking pretty good. not sure how hard this gets pressured. I haven't seen any other boot tracks. So there's no question in my mind that they are using this. It's a matter of, are they going to do it during the daytime? So I also definitely should have brought my tree stand, because there's some really good trees around that would make this a lot better hunting. But oh well. We got about an hour and a half before they should probably start moving, so we're going to get comfortable and see what happens. It's not even 4 o'clock and there's already deer coming out into the weed. About 100 yards. It's a really good sign. Alright, well, it's about 20 minutes before the beginning of legal. I'm going to walk down this road in gray light without any lights on and get down to where this drainage comes from a private bean field, go into the main chunk of what I think is a majority of the bedding. And we're going to see if we can catch something coming off at the beans, go back to bed. So this is where I missed those 2 does. I'm just at a different part of it. And I've had a feeling about this little bottom ever since I saw it on the map. So we're going to get after it. And as we were getting in this bottom, there were 3 does crossing the road. They ran off down into that bottom, so we're just gonna kind of crest our way over it, and just so we can see a little more. And even if we don't get a shot this morning, it's something that we can come set up on one of these evenings. So we're already seeing deer. Well, it's 7:18, 9 minutes after legal. And we came up to this road right here, and there was a doe walking down it. And I'm pretty sure I put a good shot on her at about 50 yards. So she ran off pretty fast and hard, like she was hit. So I'll let the sun get up and we'll start looking for blood. We got her. A little high, like a high liver, 1 lung. Everything happened so fast. I looked up and she was already at 60. So she was walking at me. Hit high, she was so close I didn't really compensate for it, I guess. In the back, I probably just jerked it, got excited. But she's dead. Got about a mile walk to the truck. And then it's about a 300-yard drag to the road. So didn't happen exactly like I thought it would, but I knew they'd be coming through this bottom for something at some point. So all good to go. Get her taken care of and back at camp.